Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In the previous video we have discussed some of the concepts in functions. So we are going to continue that in this video. Now let us go to first slide. Returning values, return. So for this the syntax is, first you have to keep def, you have to give space, then you have to write function name. As I discussed in our previous classes, you can choose any name. Okay, 1 minute. See, here you have to keep def, then you have to give space, then you have to choose function name. As we discussed in our previous classes, you can choose anything like book, pen, as you wish. There is no particular rule that you have to choose this only, you have to choose that only. You can choose anything. So you have to keep that function name here, then you have to keep closed brackets. You can see here, right? Beside that you have to keep closed brackets, then you have to keep colon, then you have to do enter. After that you have to give 4 spaces. It is a rule that you have to give 4 spaces under this function name. After close brackets and colon, you have to, under that you have to give 4 spaces, so that it defines that you are going to write all this code for this function. Okay, after giving 4 spaces you can write your code. Whatever code you want to write, you can write. Then after that, in the next line also you have to give 4 spaces, then you have to write return value. It is a rule and you can call it, it's a syntax. You have to follow this syntax to get a correct output without any errors. Actually this syntax is used to return a value from the function. In the next slide we will be discussing some of the examples, then you will understand more clearly. Okay, in this video you can see, as we discussed before, we kept def, then function name as book, then close brackets, and we used argument inside it. As we discussed in our previous classes, what is argument? If you want more clear explanation, you can go to that class. It is available in our channel, you can see. Here it was used pen as argument, then it was kept colon as we discussed in our previous slide, then 4 spaces, then comes the code. Here the code was written, sentence is equals to good morning space plus pen. Here we are keeping this good morning is a string because it was closed under this is the code. Okay, same way next line you have to give 4 spaces, then return sentence. So after that, name is equals to input close brackets, wishes is equals to book close bracket, pen is equals to name. Okay, print wishes. So here you can see input and output. Input it is Ravi, output you will be getting good morning Ravi. Okay, in the previous slides you can see that we used to get good morning, in the next line we used to get Ravi. Okay, here you can see we are getting good morning and Ravi side by side. So how is that possible? What are the changes happened in the code you can see now. Print wishes, right? Wishes is equals to book of this function name you can see here, right? Pen is equals to name, so the input is Ravi. This book function gives good morning plus pen. Okay, in the place of pen the input was kept. So in this way you will be getting good morning Ravi. When you want the output like this, you can use this code. I hope you are clear with it. Now let us go to another slide. Here you can see another example. Same, we kept def space function name, we used argument as pen, same close brackets, colon, next line 4 spaces, sentence is equals to good morning space plus pen, next line 4 spaces, return sentence, then name is equals to input of. Actually let us see input and output, then we will go to the code. Okay, here you can see the input is Ravi, output is good morning Ravi, and next line also good morning Sudarshan. So in the previous slide we got this output, right? In this slide we are getting same outputs twice. Okay, so what are the changes we can make then? Just only change we made, we have repeated this code. You can see, sorry, wait, here you can see we have repeated this code. Okay, you can see same code here. The only change we did is in the place of name we written Sudarshan, right? So we got Sudarshan here. Same code we repeated, but only change we did is in the place of name we written Sudarshan. Okay, so we got output as good morning Sudarshan. If we write any other name also, Ram, Krishna, anything, you'll be getting the same thing. Suppose if you write here again name, the same thing will repeat again, good morning Ravi. Okay, I hope you understood. Now let us go to another slide. So here also let us see the input and output. So here you can see the input is Ravi and the output is same value, it was written 3 times, right? Now you know what code we have to write, right? The only thing we will be doing this, we are going to write this code 3 times. See here, 1, 2, 3. 2 times we have copy pasted it. That's it. In the previous slide we have written Sudarshan, right? In the place of name we written Sudarshan. So we got good morning Sudarshan. In the next slide we written Nandu. So we got good morning Nandu. So I hope you got to know how we got this output. Okay, if you have any doubts you can comment me. Here you can see let us see the output first. Okay, there is no output. Okay, let us see what we did. Here you can see same thing we repeated. 1 minute. Same thing we repeated. One minute. So here you can see same thing we repeated. You can see def space, then function name, then close brackets, in that argument colon, then next line 4 spaces, sentence is equals to good morning space plus pen, then next line 4 spaces, return sentence, so here you have to note this point. See here, when you write this written sentence, it means that function will exit here. Code written after this not executed. Okay, you have to remember this. This is a rule. When you write written sentence, after that the code will not be executed. So here you can see the print sentence, right? It was written after written sentence, right? So it is not executed. Function exits here at the written sentence. So that's why we didn't get any output here. That is the reason we did not get any output, and there was no print statement over here, so we did not get any output. Okay, I hope you understood this point. Remember this. Now let us go to another slide. So these are some of the building functions. 1 minute. So these are some of the built-in functions, like these are present inside the Python language. These are already present inside the Python language. Some of the examples are 1 minute. Yeah, some of the examples are print function, int, string, length, etc. There are many layers. These are some of the example built-in functions. Okay, now let us go to another slide. Last slide, in the last class we discussed about arguments, right? Now there are different types of arguments. We are going to discuss about this in this class. Okay, keyword argument. the keyword argument, you can see here, you can call it as multiple arguments, right? You can see two arguments here. 1 minute. Wait 1 minute. Yeah, here you can see two arguments, right? Argument 1 and argument 2. The syntax same, def space function name closed brackets colon. But in the closed brackets, previously we used to write only one argument, right? Now we written two arguments, so these are called multiple arguments. Okay, and for this, what is the syntax? Def space function name close brackets argument 1 and argument 2, then you have to write colon. In the next line you have to give 4 spaces, then you have to write your code. Okay, this is the syntax you have to follow. Okay, now let us see an example. Def space book function name close brackets argument 1 argument 2, next line 4 spaces, print argument 1 plus space, okay, space plus argument 2. In the next line, wishes is equals to input. Wait, you can see wishes is equals to input, name is equals to input. Okay, sorry, wishes is equals to input and closed brackets. Next line, name is equals to input and closed brackets, and here it was written the function name book and closed brackets. The closed brackets argument 1 is equals to wishes and argument 2 is equal to name. What does it mean? It means that in the place of argument 1, first input will come. Okay, in the place of argument 2, second input will come. So what is the print here? We have here it was given print argument 1 plus space argument 2, right? In the place of argument 1, you will be getting this first input, then you will be having a space, then you will be getting argument 2, in the place of which you will be getting this second input. Okay, now let us see input and output. So this is the input, good morning and Ravi. So here you can see good morning space Ravi. Same, first output is good morning, in the place of argument 1 good morning will be written, then space, you can see here space, right? Then argument 2 means input 2, which is Ravi, will be getting Ravi. Okay, these are known as keyword arguments. Okay, these are known as keyword arguments. Now let us go to next slide. So this is another example. Okay, here you can see the main difference here is, in the previous slide we written argument 1 here, argument 2 here. Okay, here we written wishes in the place of argument 1. Here we written argument 2 and we written the names. See, we only changed argument 2, like in the place of argument 1 we written argument 2, in the place of argument 2 we written argument 1. So in this way we are going to check what would be the output after changing like this. Will the output will change or it would be the same? We are going to check that. Okay, see here, input is good morning and Ravi. Okay, the output, which is good morning Ravi, the output is same. You can see that, right? It does not change. It means that if you change the arguments here, if you keep the argument 2 in place of argument 1 also, if you keep argument 1 in place of argument 2 also, the output will not change. I hope you understood. So let us go to another slide. So these are keyword arguments as I discussed before. The same code, the output also same. The only thing I want to discuss here is that if we equate the argument 1 and argument 2 with something, then it is called keyword arguments. I just want to discuss that. Okay, I hope you understood. There will be another positional argument also we will be discussing in next slides. Here you can see this is the position argument. You can see this is positional argument. The code, everything will be same. One minute. So the code, everything will be same. Okay, the only difference you can see here is this one. Because in the previous slide you can see that we have written argument 1 and argument 2 here, and argument 1 is equals to wishes, argument 2 is equals to names. In that way we written, but here we only written wishes and names. Okay, when we write in this way, then we call it as positional argument. If we write in this way also, the output doesn't change. If you solve these problems in the coding practices in the Python also, you can see the same result. I will solve the problems in Python software later on when I will be solving more difficult problems like coding, more difficult problems in coding. Like in that time I will be showing in live how the code will run, etc. Okay, right now I am discussing only the theory part. That's why right now I am not discussing. Right now I am not doing in the Python software. I am not running the code. Later on when this theory will complete, then I will solve some of the coding problems in the Python software. Okay, then you will understand clearly. Even actually in this code, you will be having Jupyter notebook, Python, etc. In that you can practice these codes if you want more clarity also. Here you can see the input good morning Ravi and the output is good morning Ravi. It doesn't change as I said before, right? Now let us go to another slide. So this is another example. The only difference here you have to observe is it is a positional argument. In the previous slide it was written wishes then name, right? Here it was written name then wishes. So how the output will change? Here you can see the output was changed. In the previous slide it was good morning Ravi, right? Now it is Ravi good morning. In the previous slide also the input is same, good morning Ravi, and this slide also the input is same, good morning Ravi, but the output was changed here. In the previous slide it was good morning Ravi, now it is Ravi good morning. Okay, so how we got this change? The only change we did in the code is in the place of here in the previous slide you can see there is wishes then names, right? In the next slide we return in the place of wishes we return name, in the place of name we return wishes. We just reversed it, so the output also reversed. Okay, I hope you understood. It's a very simple concept. There's no point of any confusion, so I hope you understood it. So now let us go to another slide. So here you can see we took argument 1 and argument 2, right? When it comes to taking function and taking arguments, we have taken only one argument. Sorry, not argument. We have given value for only one argument. Okay, but we have two arguments. As I said, it is a positional argument. There are two positional arguments here, but we have given value for only one positional argument. When you do in that way, when you write the code in that way, then you will get an error. Says that argument 2 is missing. The value of argument 2 is missing. Okay, so you should remember that if you give one argument, you can write. If you give two arguments, then you have to write the values of two arguments. If you give, okay, that's very important. Otherwise, you will be facing this error. Okay, you have to remember that. It is another important point. Then let us go to another slide. I hope you understood it, right? It's very simple. There's nothing to not to understand. Now let's go to another slide. Here you can see so here you can see it was given argument 1 and argument 2, but in the function we did not take any argument here. Like it is a positional or keyword argument, whatever it is, we did not take any argument here, argument or argument value here. So it is a mistake. When you take the arguments in the function brackets here, inside the function brackets, you have to take the argument value or arguments in the function brackets here also. Otherwise you will show will be showing the error that two values are missing. Okay, if you take the arguments here, then you have to take the arguments here also. That is compulsory, otherwise you will be facing error. Okay, these are some of the mistakes you will be doing while doing the coding practice. I'm telling this before in hand so that you don't make it later while you are doing the coding. So let us go to another slide. I hope you understood. Let's go to another slide. Here you can see we have taken two arguments, but here we have given value for only one argument. It is a keyword argument, but we have to give value for both the arguments, right? We did not give, so in the output we will be getting the error. Okay, so don't forget to give value for both the arguments when you take both the arguments. That is important, otherwise you will face the error like this. Actually, I don't want to make a big videos like 1 hour like that, because you will be feeling burden. That's why I'm making small videos so that you can learn easily and don't feel any burden. I hope you understood these videos. Please like, share and comment, and please subscribe to my channel. Okay, please subscribe, and if you want, please like, comment and share. And if you want videos on any other topics also, you can comment me. And like, if you want any improvements in the teaching, you can say. If you have any doubts, you can comment me. Okay, and don't forget to click this bell button. Okay, I hope you understood this video. In the next video we will be discussing more concepts. Later on I will be doing coding in the Python software also. Then we'll be solving more problems. In that way it would be helpful when you are solving problems or writing lead code, when you are practicing on lead code hackathon. In that time also those coding practices will be helpful for you. For these videos, please follow and subscribe. Thank you.